over 70 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza since yesterday. Now that includes aid seekers and children, and also that includes about 21 people at National Hospital today in Khan Yunis when they did what they're calling a double tap strike, where it was a suicide drone that hit the hospital, killing at least one journalist and one other civilian. And as other people came to help or see what was going on, like 5 minutes later, they struck the same spot again, killing, I think in total they killed 6 journalists, and they also killed healthcare workers and just, I guess, other civilians that were right there in that area. And you can actually see it. It's on YouTube, where they was already coming around to try to help the people who had just got attacked, and then they hit it again. Now, this seems to be a targeted strike on the journalists more so than even the people working at the hospital, because they're saying it got hit on the 4th floor, and they're saying that the journalists, they be up on the 4th floor just trying to, I think, get internet connection and whatnot. And most of the reason why the journalists are there, as it was one journalist that explained it earlier today, that that's kind of like their home base almost, because that's where all the people get brought in, whether they're dead or just injured. And you have starving children there, and that's the place where it's kind of like at the center of just everything that's just going on out there. So you kind of have to be at the hospital to really be in touch with what's going on. And it's just another case of Israel just, or the IDF just flat out targeting journalists, and we'll see what comes of it. But it was a real nasty attack. And they're saying that there was a person on the roof before this that had spotted a drone flying around there like an hour before. So I think the drone was trying to see where exactly the journalists were. And it to me, it just seemed like a blatant act of just targeting journalists, and even going right back to just try to kill even more of them. And I'm hoping the world will pay attention to this stuff, because they're really trying to silence the journalists, which will make it harder to know what's really going on out there.